It's great to have you with us from Robert W. Plaster Stadium. It's the Sam Houston State Bearcats and the Missouri State Bears. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and we are keeping a close eye on the weather, along with help from Holly Rowe.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heater.
The Bears will kick off first, and here we go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Bearcats offense will go on the attack first. And now Isaac Wilson comes out to lead this squad. He had a tough game in that loss last time out. 3 times he threw picks and only 1 touchdown pass. Looking for space. It's Moore. Oh, he's got some space. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The Bearcats moving quickly to the line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. They'll move the wide receiver. They give it to him again. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. The Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Handoff for Brown. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
He'll throw it. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. Right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Missouri State's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And for the first time today, we get a look at Ruben Owens. What a game he had last time out. More than 200 yards and a score. Motion from the wideout. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. The run inside. It's Owens. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the move. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Last run didn't get much. Ball's at their own 26. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, it's Boyd. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Setting up the screen. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Running inside, it's Green. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Motion from the wide receiver. A designed run for the quarterback. And he's brought down after a short gain. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. They'll try to get the first through the air. He fires one deep down the right side. Pass is incomplete, but I think the defense was offsides, and this will probably be a first down.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground. Give to the running back. They've got him corralled. Third down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Straight ahead, it's Owens. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. And the Bears will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The Bearcats offense heads out to get things started on this drive. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. It's dropped after taking the hit. 2nd and long here. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. Breaks into the open. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wilson to pass. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. They get to him as he throws. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Fires to the middle. On target to the left. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Looking to throw again. Out wide right, it's Moore. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The fake and wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted for the 11th time. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Bears offense makes its way onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Quick give. It's Green. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Pulls it on the option. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The give on the counter. And he's going to wind up losing a couple of yards as time expires here in the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking to throw, it's Boyd. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Not a ton of play calls for third in California when you're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him. Offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies in to give this quarterback a chance.
The Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Tough run across the 5. He'll get it all the way out to the 8-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Sells to fake. Just barely got rid of it. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down. And the Bearcats will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Hits inside, it's Owens. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Keep it on the ground. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Pulls it, trying to get the corner. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. And the Bears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Trying to move them on the counter. They knock him down right there. This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Stopped short of the first down marker, and now they might have to settle for the field goal and maybe tie the game going into the half. On 4th. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs. Wilson will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. They make the stop, and they had to work for it. A nice little juke, and he'll have 7 on that one. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Tight end finds a soft spot. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Sells the run, looking to pass. Under pressure. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And We talked to the coach about this last week. Were you worried about the ball security? Your QB put it on the deck last week. You can't continue to do that and survive, and he does it again, man. Make sure you're getting two hands on that football. Keep it tight. And if I'm the defense, man, I'm going to keep pawing at that thing. I've already got it out once. I'm going to try to keep doing it.
So the Missouri State offense heads out to open this drive. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Pulls it and runs it again. There he goes. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. From the gun, it's Owens. Knocked down immediately. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The give to the back. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Looking for room, it's Green. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Just drives it between the uprights. And that's going to give us a tie ball game.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give on the counter. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll ride him again. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wilson to pass. Left side, it's Barry Johnson. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Got to get everybody on the same page in a hurry.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
They'll try to get it through the air. He tries to take the top off. He caught it. Touchdown, Bearcats. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And they knocked through the extra point for the 10-3 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Pulled and fired complete. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Boyd. They're all over him. He's going to take off. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Plows his way ahead. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Obviously didn't like what he saw on 1st down, and they used the timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Rushes on. Avoids pressure on the right. Short gain on the play before he slides. This will likely be the last play of the half. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Had to throw it before he wanted. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down. One more snap coming before halftime. Gotta make the play on 4th. Going over the top. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We begin with Iowa, taking on the number 3 team, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. And it's the Hawkeyes coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And it's 3 straight victories for this team as they start to get hot. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten. Now back over to your game in Springfield. This wideout is enjoying a stellar day. 2 of those catches in the 1st half were 2 of the better grabs I've seen all season. And, of course, his overall stat line is helping the only stat that really matters, the scoreboard. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch this one unfold. Back to our guys in the booth.
The Bearcats will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. It looks as if we have an injured Bearcat on the field. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. Low-scoring 1st half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better 2nd half?
Looking downfield, it's Boyd. Extending the play. Trying to make magic with his feet. He slides and gets the 1st down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
Now on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Looking for the edge. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. The Bears want to crank the tempo.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Takes it the other way. And after after the pick, everybody going the other way, and he crossed midfield and got it to the 47.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second-half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Off-play action on first down. Got his man downfield. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. And the Bearcats right after the huge play through the air back to the line.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
He now has 63 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. They'll move the wide receiver. The play fake. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Bearcats! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Bear offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Looking to pass, it's Boyd. The screen, he can go. Still on his feet at the 45. Turning it on. The 20. Touchdown, Bears! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they certainly finished it in style with a 71-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Sam Houston State's offense taking the field to start this drive. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. Long way to go on second down. They'll give it to Brown. Pull to the ground. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Look out! He's sacked. This defense all over him.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
And the Bearcats send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Not a lot of room to field this one. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. First down, he'll keep it. Enough to move the chains. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Bears in the hurry-up.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Owens. Oh, he's got some space. And he goes out of bounds, but finally this passing game gets something going here as they try to rally. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri State.
Love the play design on offense because you get your playmaker, the guy you want with the ball in his hands. You get him open, easy throw for the quarterback. Receiver does the rest, put 6 up on the board.
Looking for the time with the extra point. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's finally brought down after a big return that was almost a whole lot bigger. The run inside. It's Moore.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They'll need a bunch on second down. Wilson will throw. Finds his target. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Takes it down to the 41-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The Bearcats look to keep this drive humming. Fresh center downs going to the air. The screen, he's got wheels. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Bearcats go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Takes the handoff. It's Moore. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Moore. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
And that play is going to drive the offensive coordinator crazy. Remember, in college football now, there's communication between the coordinator and the quarterback with the headsets in the helmet, and you know he was reminding his QB that time, listen, you cannot take a sack here. Remember, we're in field goal range. If nobody's open, throw it away. His QB did not listen to the advice. He takes a terrible sack, and now they're out of field goal range.
No good. And here in the third quarter, it is still a tie ball game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. The option, the keeper. And he'll be hit immediately, no gain on the play. So the final period starts with a second down play. Neither of these teams cracking the top 25 as we are in the final week of the season. Let's take a look at where things stand right now. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. Second and long here. They'll go to the counter play. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Running inside. It's Owens. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Bears will have it first and 10. Sells the run. Wants to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Dorsey. Down he goes. And guys, that completion might have helped the old confidence, but it didn't help the down and distance. Second and 10 here. Breaks into the open. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. Sets his feet. It's Boyd. Caught. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Going to the run. It's Owens. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Eighth play of the drive, and to keep this one going, they'll need to convert a 3rd and 5. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's good! They take the lead here in the 4th.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
On the move from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Fresh set of downs going up top. Turns up, it's Moore. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Long way to go on second down. Makes the grab. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. He'll get rid of it. Dangerous throw on that one. They'll need a bunch on second down. A give to Brown. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line. He's got 69 yards rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season. Back's got it on the screen. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
and giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
And the Bearcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wilson to pass. Fires to the big fella. Makes the grab, it down immediately. He picks up a few. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. From the gun, wants to pass. And the missed connection on 3rd down. The Bearcats will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Missouri State offense. They take over holding this slim lead, and a drive right here sure would be nice. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Right back to the well. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. They punt it away on 4th down. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. No room to bring it back. Let's see how aggressive this defensive coordinator is with the lead and just a few minutes left. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wilson will throw. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Rush right in his face. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. They'll send the back in motion. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Gonna look downfield again. And they're not on the same page there. 2nd and long here. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Out wide left, it's Brown. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield. You just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
Lets it fly. Got his man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. And the Bearcats with the 1st and 10. Hand off for Brown. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Fires quickly. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. Again, it's Brown. Touchdown, Sam Houston! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Boyd. Finds his man down the middle. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. A shot for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stats on D either, right? And they'll be able to run out the clock.
I just love the aggressive nature of this defense and understanding, hey, David, we need one play and this game is over. One takeaway finishes it, and they get it with the pick.
Yeah, and you do these situations all the time, right? You got the lead, the passing situations, you're playing the pass, and they play it beautifully, man. Drop back, great vision, break on the football, and they said, forget this. I'm ending this game right now.
Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese, and there were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the three phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt, they sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.